I survived the brutality of Dr. Jeffrey Shelton in Bristol, Connecticut. Contrary to his lies, recovery is possible. When he tells patients they'll have to remain drugged by him or at least by some other psychiatrist for the rest of their lives, he's lying. He didn't have any grounds to comment on me or my history. He knew nothing about me or my history. He forcibly drugged me to cause symptoms. I smoked weed to reduce the symptoms, and that's what he shifted the blame to. He still hasn't surrendered his practicing license and resigned. In fact, he promoted himself on a radio station, 102.9, I believe. Authentic medical necessity is legal now. He should give up. If not for medicinal cannabis, I definitely would have died from forced psychiatry. It's not like there's any other way to concentrate, relaxed, and be motivated after being forcibly drugged since childhood. Dr. Sheldon was among the many psychiatrists who lied about what I had. Trauma really happened. It's not like they'll admit that, since post-traumatic stress disorder is exacerbated by forced psychiatry. When they push the drugs to cause symptoms and force people into hospitals, they worsen their trauma. That's what they did to me. I was falsely accused of paranoia, delusions, lack of insight, psychosis, mania, simply for being an easy target. Dr. Jeffrey Sheldon is a bully, like a lot of psychiatrists are. He shifted the blame away from himself and projected his insecurities upon me, accusing me of a psychotic disorder. Symptoms occur while either taking those kinds of pharmaceuticals or withdrawing from them. The only reason to take them is because withdrawing is much worse. The solution is to properly taper them. Most psychiatrists will never allow recovery. It took a very long time to properly taper off of pharmaceuticals and recover. Dr. Sheldon has worsened his sadism since I've been discharged from Bristol Hospital Counseling Center a long time ago. He doesn't prescribe anything to me anymore. He has since been sending people through a revolving door by repeatedly writing physician's emergency certificates. There's no emergency. He enjoys forcing people into the hospital to exacerbate post-traumatic stress disorder. If he got sued, his sadism would get even worse after those lawsuits were dismissed. That's what would probably happen, because judges discriminate against easy targets who are falsely accused of mental disorders. Nobody should ever be subjected to such abusive language. Even if any of these people had mental disorders, that wouldn't justify the brutality inflicted upon them. And there's no evidence that any of them have mental disorders. They're not evaluated at all, much less thoroughly. Asking a few questions doesn't count. The drug pushers don't know anything about the people they forcibly drug. I recovered, therefore it can be done. It is not okay that Dr. Sheldon is endorsing himself on the radio. It's not okay that he's still a doctor. It's not okay that he hasn't been brought to justice. He should be sent directly to The Hague to be convicted of crimes against humanity.